So we all have things that we just don't purchase. So I thought I'd share 50 things that I don't buy. So how many on my list are things that you don't buy either? Let me know in the comments below. Well, let's get right into it and let's go. So the first thing I don't buy is lottery tickets. So both the scratch-off tickets and the Powerball type tickets, I just feel that the odds are just incredibly difficult to win anything of value, and you're better off just putting your money in savings and investing in it if you really want to build wealth. The second thing I don't buy is subscription boxes. And I know it's always fun when you get a package arriving at your door. It's like having a gift sent to you. Now, I have got them in the past because I always liked the idea of them, but there was only ever a few things in them that I actually liked, and the rest was filled with stuff that we never used or we got rid of, and it just wasn't worth the value overall. Number 3 is magazines. I mean, it's 2019, who's still reading magazines? Read it online. Number 4 is calendars, the big print out calendars. My mum loves these and she's always got one hung up. But paper calendars don't really work for me. I just prefer digital calendars, so it's something I don't buy. Number 5 is vending machine snacks. Not only are these unhealthy, they're so overpriced, so it's just a no-go for me. And along that same lines, number 6 is food from like convenience stores and petrol stations and things like that. Again, the prices in these stores are usually ridiculously high and they're usually not that great for you anyway. Number 7 is takeaway coffee. Now, when I was drinking coffee, I wouldn't buy takeaway coffee anyway, and now that I'm not drinking coffee, it's just a no-brainer. Number 8 is soda. I just don't like the taste. Number 9 is those specialty juices and the smoothies that you get at those bars like Boost in Australia. And places like Boost, they actually tell you all of the ingredients in the smoothies. You could actually make it at home with these same ingredients. Number 10 are those frozen dinners that you just put in the microwave and heat up and have for dinner. I just don't find that they fill me up. I'm always hungry after I eat them. It's much better and more economical that sometimes when I'm cooking, I'll make more than I actually need and then put that away in the freezer for when I don't feel like cooking. Number 11 is those pre-sliced fruits and vegetables that you get in the grocery store that come bagged or in containers. I don't buy those. I mean, really, how hard is it to chop your own fruits and vegetables? Number 12 is expensive wine. Now, I do like wine, but my favorite bottle is around $15, which is still kind of extravagant for me. I won't go over that though. Number 13 is plastic water bottles. I take a water bottle with me wherever I can, although I do recognise that I'm lucky enough to live in an area where the drinking water is fine, so it's easy for me to do that. Number 14 is the plastic wrap or the saran wrap, Glad wrap. I just think it's a waste. If you've got anything that you need to put away, then just use a container. 15 is paper towels. I just use cloths and I wash them over and over. 16 is dryer sheets. Now, I don't have a dryer here. I have had a dryer in the past at a different property, but I don't have one here. And even when I did have one, I don't kind of understand what dryer sheets actually do. 17 is the all-purpose cleaner, the one that's good for everything. I just don't tend to think that those cleaners are any better than just some water, a splash of dish soap, and maybe some essential oils. That's all I really use. '18 is scented trash bags. Again, I don't understand the concept of why you want your trash to smell good. I mean, I guess the concept is because trash smells bad, but you're taking it out of the house so quickly and they're so much more expensive. I just don't buy them. 19 are tech upgrades, the upgrades that every year a new iPhone comes out or a new computer or anything. I don't buy them. I still have an iPhone 6S. It works fine. Number 20 are game apps. There's plenty of free ones that are great. I just don't pay for game apps on my phone. Number 21 is cable. That's Foxtel in Australia. And come on, it's 2019. Nobody should be paying for cable anymore when we have so many different streaming services. Number 22 is CDs and DVDs. I just don't buy them. I have no use for them now. 23, I don't pay for credit card interest because I always pay my credit card off every single Monday, never have an outstanding balance. And so 24 is any interest on anything. I don't pay any interest because I have no loans, I have no debt. 25 is gym memberships. Now I have had gym memberships in the past and they've always been super expensive and I never liked going. I just work out at home now when it's convenient and it's working out much better for me. 26, I don't have a home phone or a landline. I just use my mobile for everything. 27 is any real jewelry. I don't own any real jewelry. I have some costume jewelry like some earrings from Kmart and I think some other things, but I don't have anything that's of real value. So no diamonds, no gold, nothing like that. I think I'd be scared that I would lose it and all of that money would be wasted. Plus I'm not a jewelry person anyway, so it's just not something I buy. 28 is manicures or pedicures. I don't buy them. When I see them in the mall, I always think they look kind of scary. And I'm sure you've seen my hands in my budget videos and you're like, well duh, that's obvious. 29 is haircuts. I don't go to the hairdresser for haircuts. I usually just do it myself at home. Now I did when I had short hair go to the hairdresser, but I find when it's longer, you can just trim it yourself. I also cut my daughter's hair. I do not cut my son's hair though because his is quite short and I don't have the skills for that. But for longer hair, it's fine. This is what I probably should go to the hairdresser for. Number 30 is designer clothes and accessories. Now I can see the beauty in them, of course I can. I just can't justify the price tag, so I don't buy them. Number 31 is expensive furniture. Most of my furniture either comes from Fantastic Furniture or Kmart or IKEA. I don't own anything of any real value simply because I just don't really like stuff. Which leads me to number 32, I don't have contents or renter's insurance. That's just insurance that's covering your contents and your belongings. And since I don't own anything of any real value, I just don't see the point. Number 33 is health insurance. I don't pay for health insurance. I did have health insurance when we were starting a family and I did have health insurance then. And I'm sure in the future when I get a lot older, I would want health insurance. But our free system in Australia, the free health system is pretty good and I'm pretty healthy, fingers crossed. So I just don't see a need for private health insurance right now. Number 34 is lawn mowing or gardening services. I used to have somebody do this, but I just found it was getting a little bit more expensive. So now I do it myself. I'm healthy enough and capable enough to do it, so I do it myself. Number 35 is any sort of cleaning services. I don't pay for anyone to clean my house, I do it myself. Now I am lucky that I have a small house, so it doesn't tend to get messy. And because I don't have a lot of stuff, it also doesn't tend to get that messy. So it doesn't take a lot of time, but I don't pay anyone for that. Number 36 is duplicates of things where you might have a backup of something. I don't have backups, I only have the one of everything. The exception is bed sheets. I have 2 sets of bed sheets for all of the beds here, and towels. I have 2 sets of towels per person here. Number 37 is those face towels or face washes. You see those beauty gurus when they're doing their makeup and they sort of take it off with those white towels and then throw it in the wash. I don't have any of those. I just use regular towels, the big bath towels. Number 38 is makeup wipes. I just find that they're a waste, they're expensive, and they don't tend to take the makeup off all that well anyway. Number 39 is hairspray. I find that it always just makes my hair sticky and horrible and I don't use it. Number 40 is shaving cream. I usually just use body wash or conditioner or whatever's in the shower at the time. Number 41 is souvenirs, like when you go on holiday and you bring back those little knicky-knacky things. I just don't see the point. I'd rather have memories and photos, not little things around the house. Speaking of which, number 42, any sort of knickknacks. I'm just not a clutter person. I've got like one little fake plant and a vase of fake flowers, and that is it in my house. I don't have anything else apart from some candles. Number 43 is the top sheets on the bed. I just find that they, especially on the kids' beds, they just get all tangled and not usable, so I just use the bottom sheet and then the doona goes straight on, the doona or comforter or duvet or whatever you call it. Plus it's cheaper just to buy the bottom sheet. You don't need the whole set. 44 are those one-use kitchen appliances, you know, like a popcorn maker or rice cooker or something where it only does one thing. Now I'm sure they all do those things very, very well, but I find that I can cook rice in a saucepan or the microwave or make popcorn in the microwave. I don't need an appliance that's only good for one thing. For an appliance to make it into my house, it has to have multiple uses. Number 45 is sets. When you go and you want something and it comes in a set, I don't like to buy sets because it's usually only that one thing that I'm looking for. I'm not looking to get the whole set of anything. So I don't tend to buy sets. I just buy the one thing I want and that's it. Number 46 is sale or cheap items, things that you weren't intending on going to buy and then you go out and it's like a massive discount or one-time sale. Unless it's something that I desperately need, and that's pretty much never, I just don't buy it. Number 47 are those party bags or the party favors that people give out after parties. I don't think that they're a good idea. I just find that they're full of cheap stuff that you can tend to throw away anyway, and while the idea and the thought behind it is lovely, I just find it's not very practical and it's just not something that I think is a good idea. Number 48 is disposable cups or plates or cutlery or anything you buy for a party that's just a one-time use. I don't do that. If it's just a small gathering, I just use what cutlery and plates and things we have here. And if there was a large gathering that I was going to do, I'd probably just hire or cater them. I wouldn't get plastic plates, one-time use. I just find that those disposable items are a waste. And I know nobody likes cleaning up after a party. I don't like the idea of them. Number 49 is birthday cards and Christmas cards. I would rather call somebody and say happy birthday or Merry Christmas rather than send a card. I just find it's not really something that we do anymore. My mum still does it, she still loves doing it, and I think that's fine for her. She loves doing it and it makes her feel great. I just don't see the point for myself, so it's not something I do. I'd rather just call the person or send them a direct message or contact them personally. And number 50 is craft items, simply because I'm not a crafter, so I don't buy the stuff. My daughter has a few things, but she actually prefers digital art, so she mostly just draws on the iPad. So we just don't have that around either. Okay, so that was my list of 50 things I don't buy. Now I recognize that I'm probably a little bit cheap and a little bit over frugal in a lot of these things. Some of these things I probably should loosen up a bit. I get that, and I'm sure you're going to tell me in the comments which one I'm being silly about. But that's what I don't buy, so I thought I would share, and you can either agree or not agree or think I'm funny, and it's all fine. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. What are some of the things that you don't buy? I would love to hear from you. Have a great week, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!